Welcome to my channel. Have you ever felt stuck? Like you're doing the same things again and again, but nothing is changing, especially in English? You want to speak better. You want to sound natural. But something keeps holding you back. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's comfort. But what if I told you? The real progress starts when you step outside that comfort zone. Stay with me, because today, I'll show you how to break your comfort zone in simple English. This is not just an English lesson. This is a challenge, a way to grow your mind and your language, one step at a time. Ready? Let's begin. Let me ask you something. Have you ever studied English for months or even years and still felt nervous when someone asked you a simple question like, "Where are you from?" or "What do you do?" That's not because you don't know the answer. It's because your brain is used to learning English, but not using it. And why? Because using English feels scary. It feels risky. It's outside your comfort zone. But here's the truth. Your comfort zone is not where you grow. It's where you repeat. It's where things feel easy and safe, but nothing new happens. Imagine walking in a circle every day. You're moving, yes, but you're not going anywhere new. That's what the comfort zone feels like. Now, I want to help you step out of that circle, not by doing something big or crazy, but by taking small, simple steps. Speaking one new sentence, trying one new word, saying something even when you're not 100% sure it's correct. Because here's what I've learned from teaching English for over 25 years. The students who grow the fastest are not the smartest. They are the bravest. They try. They make mistakes. And they keep going. So in this video, we'll go step by step. I'll explain what your comfort zone is, why it keeps you stuck, and how to break it, with real examples, simple challenges, and a 7-day plan that you can start today. Chapter 1. What is your comfort zone and why it's dangerous? Let's start with a simple question. What is a comfort zone? In simple words, your comfort zone is where everything feels easy and safe. It's what you already know. It's what you always do. Imagine this. You wake up, drink the same tea or coffee, use the same apps, think the same thoughts, speak the same words. Nothing new, nothing risky, nothing that feels scary. It's like sitting in a warm, soft room with pillows. It feels nice, but there are no windows. You can't see what's outside. You can't grow. In English, your comfort zone might look like this. You always read English, but never try to speak. You watch videos, but never repeat the sentences. You know words in your head, but don't use them in real life. You think, "I'll speak when I'm perfect," but that day never comes. You understand, but you stay quiet. Why? Because staying quiet feels safe. But safe is not always good. Safe can also mean stuck. And here's the important part. The comfort zone is not bad. It's a natural place. Everyone has it. Even native English speakers. Even confident people. The problem is not having a comfort zone. The problem is living there forever. Let me give you a picture. Imagine a small room. It's warm. It's soft. There's a bed, a blanket, maybe your phone. You feel fine. But there are no doors. No windows. You're not moving. Days go by. Weeks go by. And one day, you realize you're not living. You're just surviving. That's what the comfort zone does. It tricks your brain. It says, "Stay here. It's safe. Don't take the risk." But inside, your heart knows this is not enough. The same thing happens in English. You tell yourself, "I'm not ready to speak." You think, "I'll sound stupid." So you wait, and wait, and wait. But waiting doesn't build fluency. Speaking does. Trying does. Making mistakes does. Stepping out does. Now let me tell you a story. a real one. I had a student named Ollie. He joined my class and didn't speak for 2 months. Not a word. He said, "Teacher, I don't want to make a mistake. I feel nervous." I said, "Ollie, it's okay to feel nervous. Just say one word today." The next day, he said a full sentence. It was small, but it was brave. After 1 week, he joined a small group. After 1 month, he was answering questions. After 3 months, he was helping other students. I asked him what changed. He said, "I just stopped waiting. I decided to try. And that one try changed everything." That's what happens when you break the comfort zone. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be different. A new action, a new word, a new step. But maybe you're still thinking, it's easy for others, but not for me. I understand. Really, that feeling is normal. But don't let it stop you. Because here's something powerful. Growth does not live inside the comfort zone. Growth lives outside. Think about a seed. If you put it in a box and never water it, it stays the same. But if you plant it in soil, give it water, give it light, even though it's outside and messy and unpredictable, it grows. You are the same. Your English is the same. It needs action. It needs space. It needs a little discomfort. So I ask you now, gently, but honestly, where is your comfort zone in English? Is it reading only? Listening only? Not talking? Not writing? Now ask yourself, what would happen if you stepped out, even just a little? Would it feel strange? Maybe. Would it feel scary? Probably. But would it help you grow? Definitely. In the next chapter, we'll talk about why we stay in our comfort zones and what fear, doubt, and habits do to our progress. But for now, just take a moment. Think about your own English, your own habits. Are you ready to take the first step? Because you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be brave. Chapter 2. Why English Learners Stay Stuck, Fear, Doubt, and Habits. Now let's go deeper. In Chapter 1, we talked about the comfort zone, that safe place where you do what feels easy, but nothing really changes. But why do people stay there? Why do English learners stay stuck, even when they want to improve? There are 3 big reasons: fear, doubt, and habit. These 3 things are like walls that keep you inside the comfort zone. And if we don't talk about them, we can't break through them. So let's take them one by one, in simple English, and let's understand what's really going on inside your mind. Let's start with fear. Fear is the #1 reason people don't speak English. They're afraid of being wrong, afraid of sounding stupid, afraid someone will laugh or correct them. Maybe you felt this. You hear a word in your mind, but your mouth stays closed. You want to ask a question in class or in a comment, but your fingers stop typing. That's fear. And fear is strong. But here's something important. Fear is also normal. Every learner feels fear. Even native speakers feel it sometimes, especially when speaking in front of a crowd or saying something new. Fear doesn't mean you're weak. It means you care. It means English is important to you. The key is not to remove fear. It's to move forward with fear. Now the second wall, doubt. This one is quiet, but powerful. Doubt says things like, "I'll never be fluent. I'm too old. My English is bad. I'm not smart enough. I don't have time." Sound familiar? Doubt lives in your thoughts. It whispers lies. And after some time, you start believing those lies. You stop trying new things. You stop taking risks. You say, "This is enough." And again, you stay stuck. But here's the truth. Those doubts are not facts. They are feelings. And feelings can change. One small win, one brave sentence, can destroy a mountain of doubt. When you say, I can try, your brain starts to change. It builds new paths, new confidence, new progress. You don't need to believe in yourself 100%. Just 1% is enough to begin. And now the third wall, habit. Habit is what you do every day without thinking. And sometimes, habit is the reason learners don't grow. You read English, but you never say it out loud. You watch English videos, but never repeat the words. You learn vocabulary, but never use it in a real sentence. These are common habits, easy habits. They feel comfortable, but they don't create fluency. Fluency needs action, real use, a little bit of challenge, and most importantly, change. That's why breaking old habits is so important. You don't need to stop watching videos or reading books, but you need to add something new, shadowing, speaking, writing, or recording yourself. These small actions create new habits, strong habits, that lead to real progress. Now I want to give you some real-life examples. I had a student named Maria. She watched English shows every day, but never spoke. Her listening was strong, but she couldn't form sentences. Why? Because she never practiced speaking. She was afraid of her accent. She doubted her grammar. And her habit was, just listen. So I gave her a challenge. Repeat 3 sentences from her favorite show every day, out loud. In 2 weeks, her speaking became faster. In 1 month, she joined a small speaking group. Fear and doubt didn't disappear, but her action became stronger than her fear. That's what I want for you. I want you to stop thinking, what if I make a mistake? And start thinking, what if this mistake helps me grow? Because here's a secret, even fluent speakers make mistakes. Even English teachers say the wrong thing sometimes. I've said he go instead of he goes. Everyone does. That's how we learn. Mistakes are not bad. They are the way forward. Now I want you to hear this next part slowly. You can even close your eyes and just listen. Growth begins where comfort ends. Say it again in your mind. Growth begins where comfort ends. If you want to grow, in English, in life, in anything, you have to step out. Just a little. Not into danger, but into action. Into something new. That's how we break fear. That's how we challenge doubt. That's how we change our habits. So take a moment and ask yourself, what am I afraid of in English? What doubt is holding me back? What habit is keeping me in one place? You are not alone, and you are not stuck forever. You are just one small action away from a breakthrough. In the next chapter, we'll talk about what actually happens when you do step out of your comfort zone. Happens to your brain, your language, and your mindset. You'll see that challenge is not something to avoid. It's something to embrace. You don't have to feel brave. You just have to act brave, even for 1 second. That's enough to start. Ready to see what's on the other side of fear, doubt, and habit? Chapter 3. What happens when you break your comfort zone? The brain, the language, the mind. So far, we've talked about the comfort zone and the fear, doubt, and habits that keep you there. But what actually happens when you step outside of it? What changes in your brain, your English, your mind? In this chapter, we'll keep everything simple. We're not using difficult science words. We're just going to talk about the brain like a muscle, because that's what it is. The brain grows stronger when you challenge it. Not when you repeat the same easy thing again and again, but when you try something new, even if it feels uncomfortable. Let's imagine your brain like a big piece of land. Every time you do something new, speak one English sentence, shadow a video, write a message, you are walking across that land. You are building a little path. At first, it's small, maybe even hard to see. But if you walk that path again tomorrow, and again the next day, the path gets stronger, clearer, easier to follow. Now imagine walking it for 30 days. It's no longer just a path. It becomes a road, and soon a highway. That's what happens when you break your comfort zone. Your brain builds new roads, new connections. This is how fluency is made, not by only studying English, but by using it. Let's be honest. Many learners watch videos, but don't speak. They read words, but don't use them. They understand, but don't try. That's why they stay stuck. Because passive learning, just watching, reading, listening, helps you understand English, but active learning, speaking, writing, repeating, shadowing, helps you use English. And that's what you want, to use it in real life. Let me give you a simple example. One of my students, her name was Amina. She was shy. She never spoke in class, but she wanted to improve. So I gave her one small task. Shadow a short video every day, just for 5 minutes. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence, then repeat it right away. You try to match the speed, the sound, the rhythm, like an echo. She did it for 7 days, then 10, then 30. After 1 month, something amazing happened. She started speaking in class. Not because she memorized grammar, not because she learned 100 new words, but because her brain had changed. Her mouth was faster. Her mind was quicker. Her confidence was stronger. Why? Because she did something new. She walked a new path, and now it was a road. You can do the same, but it starts with one small decision. Do something different. Even for 1 minute a day. Speak a line. Repeat a phrase. Record your voice. Write a short answer. These actions feel small, but they are powerful, because every time you do it, your brain grows. And there's more. When you break your comfort zone, your mindset changes too. You stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I'll try. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and start making your own moment. You begin to trust yourself. You realize that you are capable. You are enough. And most importantly, you are growing. Now let's go deeper into the idea of fluency. Many learners think fluency means speaking fast or knowing lots of words. But that's not true. Fluency means this. You can express yourself. You can speak without fear. You can respond without freezing. And how do you get there? Not by staying in the comfort zone, but by stepping out. Every time you do something a little hard, your fluency grows. Even mistakes help. Yes, mistakes. Every time you make a mistake, your brain gets feedback. It learns. It says, next time I'll do it better. That's why we say, mistakes are not the end. They are the beginning. And remember this moment. This is important. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be a little brave. Let that sentence sit in your heart. You don't need to say everything perfectly. You just need to say something. You don't need to speak like a native. You just need to speak. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to take one small step with fear. That's how you grow. So now, I want to ask you, what's one thing you can do today that you've never done before? What's one way you can break your pattern, change your habit, grow your brain? Can you shadow one short video? Can you write one comment in English? Can you record your voice for 30 seconds? That one small step can change everything. Because your brain is ready, your mind is ready, and your English is waiting. In the next chapter, I'll give you 5 small ways you can break your comfort zone every day. Simple, clear, powerful actions. You don't have to guess what to do. I'll show you. But for now, just remember this. You're not stuck. You're just one brave step away from real change. Chapter 4. 5 small ways to break your comfort zone. Everyday English challenges. So far, we've talked about what the comfort zone is, why it keeps you stuck, and what happens in your brain and your mind when you step out of it. But now, it's time to take action. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, because nothing changes until you do something. And that something doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be new. So in this chapter, I'll show you 5 small, simple things you can do to break your comfort zone in English every day. These are not huge steps. You don't need to be fluent. You don't need a teacher. You don't need perfect grammar. All you need is 5 minutes, a little courage, and the willingness to try. Let's go through them one by one. Slowly, clearly, and I'll give examples too. You'll see, you can do this. Speak one sentence to yourself in English every morning. Yes, just one sentence. When you wake up, before checking your phone, before breakfast, say one thing out loud in English. It can be anything. I feel tired today. It's going to be a good day. I have a lot to do. I will study English for 10 minutes. The point is not the grammar. The point is the action. You are telling your brain, we speak English now. And slowly, your brain will believe it. One sentence today, 2 sentences next week. Little by little, your confidence grows. Record yourself saying 3 lines from a movie. Pick a scene from a movie or show you like. It can be funny, serious, or emotional. Listen to it. Then say the same lines out loud and record yourself. You can use your phone, your computer, or any recording app. For example, from a movie, I'm not afraid. You should be. Let's do this. Don't worry if it sounds strange. Don't judge your voice. This is about practice, not perfection. When you listen back, you'll hear your rhythm, your pronunciation, and you'll notice what to improve. This small habit trains your mouth and ears at the same time. It's powerful. Ask one question in English in a YouTube comment or online group. This one is great for shy learners. Go to a video you like, maybe this one, and write one question in English. It can be simple. What does this word mean? Where are you from? What do you think about this tip? Or join a Facebook or WhatsApp group and ask a small English question. Why does this help? Because it's real communication. You're not just reading, you're connecting. You're using English with people. That's the goal. Try a new word in a conversation. Every day, learn one new word. Then use it. Not in writing. Not in your notebook. Use it in your life. If you learn the word excited, you can say, I'm excited about dinner tonight. If you learned nervous, say, I feel nervous before speaking English. New words become real when you use them in your voice. That's how they stick in your memory. That's how vocabulary becomes part of your fluency. 1 word a day. That's enough. Shadow 2 minutes of your favorite English speaker. Shadowing means you listen and speak at the same time, like an echo. Pick someone you like, a YouTuber, a movie character, a speaker. Find a 2-minute clip. Play one sentence, then repeat it right away. Try to match the speed and sound. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to copy. If they say, I don't know what to say, you say, I don't know what to say. This builds fluency. It trains your listening, speaking, and rhythm. It's one of the fastest ways to sound more natural. And it only takes a few minutes. Now, you might be thinking, which one should I try first? And here's my advice. Pick just one. Not all 5. Start small. Choose the one that feels a little uncomfortable, but possible. That little bit of discomfort means it's the right step. And now, here comes your challenge. Comment below. Which one will you try today? Will you speak one sentence in the morning? Will you shadow your favorite video? Will you leave your first English comment? I want to hear from you. I'll reply. I'll support you. Because taking action is how you grow. And here's something important. You don't need to do all of this perfectly. You don't need to speak fast. You don't need to be like anyone else. You just need to try. That's how you build new habits. That's how you break your comfort zone. Not with huge jumps, but with small, strong steps. Steps that say, I'm ready to change. In the next chapter, we'll talk about something you must understand before going too far. What happens when things feel hard? When you feel uncomfortable? When you feel like stopping? That stage is normal. In fact, it's a sign that you're on the right path. But for now, choose your step. Take it. And remember, every big change starts with something small. Chapter 5. What to expect, the discomfort phase, and why it's good. So, you've taken the first step. You've tried speaking. You've shadowed a video. Maybe you left your first English comment online, or said one sentence to yourself in the morning. First of all, I'm proud of you. Truly, taking action, even something small, is a big win. But now, something happens. You feel strange, a little uncomfortable, a little nervous, maybe even frustrated. And you might be wondering, why does this feel hard? Well, here's the truth, and I want you to remember this. Discomfort is a sign of growth. Yes, it feels uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean something is wrong. It means something is right. Let's talk about it. Imagine you go to the gym for the first time. You do a few push-ups. You lift something heavy. You try a new movement. What happens the next day? Your body feels sore. Your muscles ache. You say, why does this hurt? But you know the answer. Because your body is changing. It's growing. And growth hurts a little. Learning English is the same. Your comfort zone is like your soft chair at home. It's easy. It's familiar. But the moment you stand up, the moment you try something new, your mind says, wait, what is this? That's the discomfort phase. And that's where the magic starts. You might feel awkward when you record your voice. You might feel nervous when you speak to someone. You might feel embarrassed when you make a mistake. That's okay. That's normal. That's human. Everyone feels this. Even native speakers feel this in new situations. Even English teachers sometimes feel this when they try something new, like learning a second or third language. So don't think, I'm bad at English. Think, I'm doing something new, and that means I'm growing. Let me give you a metaphor. Your brain is like a forest. Every time you take the same path, the trail becomes clear. But the first time you take a new path, it's full of branches. It's hard to walk. You might trip. You might feel lost. But the more you walk that path, the easier it gets. And one day, it becomes your new road. In learning, that first walk is the discomfort phase. It's messy. It's confusing. It's not smooth. But you're making a new trail. A better one. A stronger one. One that leads to fluency. Sometimes, your brain will say, this is too hard. Sometimes it will say, I don't like this. Let's go back to the easy way. But I want you to hear a different voice, your future self. The version of you that speaks clearly. The version of you that understands fast, responds naturally, and joins conversations with confidence. That version of you is whispering, thank you for not quitting. That future self knows this phase is not forever. The discomfort will pass. It always does. But the growth you earn will stay with you for life. Let's talk about a few common feelings during this phase and what they really mean. I feel nervous when I speak. That's your brain learning a new rhythm. Keep going. I feel slow when I try to make sentences. That's your brain building new connections. Be patient. I feel shy about my accent. That's your identity expanding. Every accent is beautiful. Don't hide it. I feel frustrated when I don't understand. That's your ears adjusting to speed and sounds. This gets better with time. And here's something powerful to remember. If it's scary, it's probably the right step. Yes, the right step often feels uncomfortable. That's how you know it's working. Let me tell you about one of my students, Hassan. When he started shadowing videos, he hated his voice. He said, "Teacher, I sound strange. I don't like it." But I told him, "Keep going. This is part of the process." He kept recording. He kept listening. And little by little, his voice changed. His rhythm improved. One day, he sent me a video and said, "I finally like how I sound." That didn't happen on day one. It happened after going through the discomfort. So don't avoid this phase. Don't run away from it. Run toward it. Because this is the part that most learners skip, and that's why most learners stay stuck. But not you. Not now. You understand something deeper. Discomfort is your signal that you're doing something real. When you feel awkward, that means your brain is stretching. When you feel unsure, that means your skills are growing. And when you feel afraid, that means you're about to change. So here's your job now. Embrace the discomfort. Smile at it. Say, "Okay, I see you. Let's do this anyway." Because guess what? The people who become fluent are not the ones who never feel fear. They are the ones who feel fear and take action anyway. In the next chapter, I'll give you a 7-day challenge. A full week of small steps that will break your comfort zone and build your English power. You'll have a plan, a path, and a purpose. But for now, remember this. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's your invitation to grow, to improve, to become who you really are. Chapter 6. Your 7-day challenge. Break the zone. Build a habit all right. You've learned what a comfort zone is. You've learned why it keeps you stuck. You've seen how fear, doubt, and habits can stop your progress. And you've learned something powerful. Discomfort is not bad. It means you're growing. Now it's time to do something real. Something small. Something that can change everything. Today, I'm giving you a challenge. Not a hard one. Not a big one. But a real one. A 7-day English challenge. One small step, every day, for 1 week. If you follow this for just 7 days, you will start to feel different. You will build confidence. You will build a habit. You will break the zone. Are you ready? Let's go. Day 1. Say 5 English sentences to yourself out loud. This is your warm-up. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Just speak. For example, "I feel good today. I'm learning English. I want to be more confident. I watched a video on YouTube. I can do this." You can say anything. The important part is this. Say it out loud. When you speak, your brain listens. You send a signal. I use English now. That's how the change begins. Simple, easy, powerful. Day 2. Listen and shadow 2 minutes of English. Pick any video you like. A short scene, a podcast clip, one of my lessons. First, listen. Then, try to copy the speaker. Not just the words. Copy the rhythm, the feeling, the speed. Shadowing is one of the best ways to sound natural. You're training your ears, your mouth, your brain, all at once. It might feel strange at first. That's okay. Keep going. You're doing real work. Day 3. Record yourself reading and watch it. Find a short English paragraph. It can be a story, a quote, or even something from this video. Read it out loud. Record yourself. Then, and this is the important part, watch it. Listen to your voice. Notice your pronunciation. Notice your pauses. You might feel shy. You might not like your voice, but do it anyway. This is how you become comfortable with your own English voice. This is how you grow. Day 4. Leave an English comment online. Go to YouTube or Instagram or an English learning group. Write a short comment in English. It can be simple. Something like, I like this video. This was helpful. I'm learning English. Thank you. The goal is to use English in the real world, outside your head. When you write, you're not just studying. You're using the language. And when you get a reply, that's connection. That's real communication. That's progress. Day 5. Try to talk to a friend in English. This is your first real conversation step. Don't wait until you're ready. Just try. Ask a simple question. How are you today? What did you eat? Did you watch that movie? Even one sentence is enough. The point is to speak with someone. Anyone. A classmate. A friend. A family member. You're training your courage now, not just your grammar. And that's how fluency is built. Day 6. Learn and use 3 new words. Pick 3 useful, simple words. Maybe improve, challenge, and step. Learn them. Look at examples. And then, use them. Speak them in a sentence. Write them in a journal. Repeat them during the day. When you use a word, it becomes part of your real vocabulary. This is how you expand. Not by memorizing 100 words, but by using 3 words with purpose. Day 7. Celebrate. Reflect. Keep going. You made it. You took action for 7 days. That's huge. Now take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what was the hardest day? What did I enjoy the most? What changed in my thinking? Write your answers, or say them out loud, or just think about them during a walk. Then, celebrate. Seriously, give yourself a treat, a small gift, a smile in the mirror. You did something most people don't do. You showed up. And now the big question, will you stop, or will you continue? Because here's a truth I want you to hear clearly. 1 week from now, you could be different. But only if you start today. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to feel confident all the time. You just need to take small steps, again and again. That's how you build fluency. That's how you break the comfort zone. And here's what happens next. Those steps become habits. Speaking becomes easier. Listening becomes faster. Confidence becomes natural. It doesn't happen in one day, but it does happen if you don't quit. So, are you ready to try? Start with day 1. Speak 5 English sentences to yourself right now. Then tomorrow, shadow your favorite English video. And don't forget day 7. Come back and reflect. I want to hear your story. You're not alone. You're not behind. You're on the path. And you're doing better than you think. Let's keep growing together. Call to action if this video helped you. Give it a like. And if you're ready to break your comfort zone, comment below. I'm starting the 7-day challenge. I'll read every comment and cheer you on. And don't forget to subscribe for more real English lessons that actually work. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up and trying. Again, and again, and again. Call to action. After Chapter 6, if this video helped you, give it a like. And if you're ready to break your comfort zone and try one small challenge today, comment below. I'm breaking the zone. I'll reply and cheer you on personally. And don't forget to subscribe for more real English lessons that actually work. Lessons that don't just teach grammar, but help you grow your mindset, your confidence, and your fluency. Remember this, fluency is not magic. It's not something you're born with. It's built, step by step, mistake by mistake. Fluency is movement. And the best time to start moving is right now. Let's break the zone together.